Hi and welcome to this travelmentary. In this video I'm traveling from Munich to Milan using the Nightjet sleeper train. My trip starts in Munich, the capital city of the German state of Bavaria. The train makes a lot of stops, most notably in Salzburg and Villach in Austria, as well as in various Italian cities such as Padova. So this is a very interesting trip and I'm happy to share it with you. As always, I summarized the main facts in an info animation. Please keep in mind the distance shown is the airline distance. So here I am at Munich's main train station. My ticket is in the highest booking class and in theory this should give me access to the band lounge. But according to the customer support, this is only the case if my ticket states first class. However, I booked it at the Austrian railway company ÖBB, and there you don't have that terminology with respect to this train. If you book the very same service at the German railway enterprise DB, you should be able to visit it though. Now I was late and I had an Austrian ticket, so let's go straight into the train. Well, it's important to know that a large number of those trains were acquired by ÖBB from Deutsche Bahn, when the state-run German railway company decided to terminate its sleeper train services in 2016. So the rolling stock is not exactly fresh and new, and you will see why I mentioned that later in the video. Alright, that's the deluxe cabin that I have booked for today's trip. The seats can be converted into a fully flat bed, and my first impression is that the cabin is remarkably spacious. Before you ask how much this costs, here's the answer. So I paid 169 euros in the cheapest rate called Sparschiene. That's actually not cheap, but is it expensive? Well, it's a matter of perspective, a question that one can only answer for himself. Don't forget though that for those 169 euros not only you get a train ticket, but also a place to sleep. The train started its journey, and on this occasion allow me to give you a short briefing using my usual animations. So we have just left Munich's main train station, which was opened in 1848, but has seen a lot of changes ever since. Our track of departure was number 11, which I marked with a white line. From here we moved to another train station called Ostbahnhof, after which we continue our trip with a stop in the Bavarian town of Rosenheim, before crossing the Austrian border and making another stop in Salzburg. So that's the first part of this itinerary to Italy. Right now we are still in Munich and you see some ICE trains here. I intend to make some videos about Germany's high-speed trains this year, both on international and domestic routes. And as always, I'm open to suggestions. If you have travel ideas for me, please drop them in the comment section below. Now let's focus on the travel experience in the train. Most importantly, the deluxe cabin that I have booked is clean. Next to my seat, there are a few beverages, water, which is Nightjet branded, juice, and some sort of sparkling wine that I didn't try. They are all included in the ticket price. As you will hear in the following announcement, the train consists of two parts.
Dear passengers, a very warm welcome to your Nightjet service to Rome via Florence and the Nightjet service to Milan via Verona. Staff on the train will be on hand at all times. Please be sure to observe the train's silent hours between 9 p.m. and 8 a.m. to enable other passengers to enjoy a relaxing night's sleep. We will not be making any further announcements during these silent hours to ensure you are not disturbed. Please remain in the carriages whose entrance doors are marked with your booked train number throughout your journey. We hope you enjoy a safe and comfortable journey and a very pleasant night's sleep.
Alright, what you also find in your cabin is this piece of paper where you can order items for your breakfast, which is served the following morning. And yes, it is part of the ticket. What I had to pay for extra was this dinner. It consisted of goulash and a piece of bread along with a Coke. The Austrian staff on this train was efficient and friendly. They even gave me their opinion on which meals they could recommend. In the meantime, it got dark outside and we have reached Freilassing, the last German town before entering Austrian soil. So far it's a good travel option. I even got an amenity bag, which you see right here, and it was surprisingly well stocked. They managed to put a pair of slippers in there, along with some other stuff to make your life easier. Of course, it's not the same as an amenity kit that you may know from a business class flight, but I mean, nevertheless, it's nice to have. So is everything great here? Well, not quite. Let me enter the bathroom now. Overall, it looks decent, everything appears to be in a good state and is designed to save as much space as possible. That way, they even managed to put a shower in there, together with a movable sink. There was a major problem though. The toilet was out of service, as the flashing red warning light suggests here. The train staff was very kind and offered me another deluxe accommodation right next to mine. The only problem was that there the flashing light was on as well. It miraculously disappeared after some time though, and the toilet flashing started to work. I guess that problems like that come with an aging fleet of trains, and the staff didn't seem to be too surprised to experience them. The good news is that ÖBB, or the Österreichische Bundesbahnen, ordered new train sets that are to be delivered in the coming years. In the lavatory you also find some body wash, a bar of soap, as well as some shampoo. Well, and here we have the comfortable bed that makes this a sleeper train. There's also a door that you could use to connect two cabins. And as I was getting ready for bed, my gaze wandered to the ceiling. Hidden in the baggage compartment, there was a mysterious bag. Maybe I've watched too many Hollywood movies, but I decided to not even touch it, because who knows what was inside. Instead, I called some train staff. They retrieved it, and judging by their reaction, there were neither gold bars in it nor any drugs. When I woke up the next morning, I was already in Verona in northern Italy. So during the night we have crossed the Alps, and now we are in the region of Veneto, and here you basically see the main train station, Verona Porta Nuova.
Stazione di Brescia, we are now approaching Brescia.
Brescia, which you see now, is an important industrial city in the region of Lombardy. From machine tools to firearms, a lot of things are manufactured in and around Brescia. It's time to have some breakfast, and this is what I ordered the previous evening. While it's nothing too fancy, I'd say it's probably comparable to what you would get on a plane, except you actually select specific items such as cheese or yogurt. The best thing is you can enjoy your breakfast while watching the Italian landscape and cities passing by. As you have probably noticed, we are already in Milan now, to be more precise, at a station called Lambrate. From there it is only a short ride to Milano Centrale that you may know from my previous videos. At Centrale we are going to arrive at track 13, right in the middle of the station. For orientation purposes, you see a residential area here located about 2.6 miles away from Milan's famous cathedral.
Milano Centrale. Für Ihre weiteren Anschlüsse beachten Sie bitte die Lautsprecherdurchsagen und die Monitore am Bahnhof. Bitte achten Sie darauf, keine Gepäckstücke oder Wertgegenstände zurückzulassen. Wir verabschieden uns von allen Fahrgästen mit einem herzlichen Servus und hoffen, Sie bald wieder an Bord begrüßen zu dürfen. Danke, dass Sie für Ihre Reise den Nightjet gewählt haben. Wir wünschen Ihnen einen angenehmen Aufenthalt oder auch eine gute Weiterreise.
Okay, we are approaching Milano Centrale, so let's summarize this travel experience with the Nightjet. Generally speaking, it is an interesting way to travel because by using an overnight train you kind of merge your means of transport with an accommodation. Ideally, the next morning you arrive relaxed and, for example, you can go and explore the city. That way you might also save money because booking a hotel becomes obsolete for one night. Now, as far as the Nightjet is concerned, it is a solid product, but it has its flaws. As I have shown in the video, the sanitary facilities did not work perfectly. Apart from that, the cabin was okay, it was clean, I had a good breakfast, and the onboard service was satisfying. Okay, we have arrived at Milano Centrale. But what about you? Have you ever traveled with a sleeper train? Please feel free to share your experience in the comment section below. Now in the next episode I'm going to show you a flight with American Airlines aboard their Boeing 757 in first class. Before that, I will release a little bonus video as well. So thanks for watching, don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and see you next time.
Thank you.